Hello, my name is Autumn Bevils, and I am an applicant for the UTeach program through EPIC. I'm located in McCurtain County, which is in southeastern Oklahoma. I currently have a bachelor's degree in graphic design and visual media, and now I am going to extend my career and hopefully become an educator with you guys. I already was currently accepted into the Board of Education Alternative Certification Program. I just have not completed that at this time. First off, on our executive summaries, I'm going to go over my grit survey. On the grit survey, I scored a 4.2 out of 5, um, therefore saying that I have true grit and perseverance in all aspects. I really believe that that's an accurate representation of me. I put myself through college while working full-time. Um, I've been able to finish college after having a family, and my husband and I are small business owners, and we're able to keep all of that functioning as well as the 3 kids and their educational career that we are currently on the fence about where they should be placed because the distant learning through their school district does not seem sufficient, in my opinion. And that is another reason that I believe the grit survey was correct, because I don't want to just give our kids a generic education. I think that they need something that's going to challenge them as well as prove their full potential. The next executive summary that we will be going over was the EPIC mission. Now, the EPIC mission is fulfilling every student's individual potential by personalizing an educational plan that focuses on school and family partnerships to achieve optimal student performance. Now, this to me sounds like the best idea that I've seen. I do not understand how this is not implemented throughout all educational platforms. That even when I was going to school, it would have made so much more sense for us to have a more direct path from beginning of school till the end of college or wherever trade school you ended up at. Instead of, in my experience, it was so everybody got everything, and if you finished early, then you got a reward. If you didn't, you got everybody to stare at you while you were trying to finish, while everybody else was finished and wanting you to finish. So the fact that Epic strives to make sure that these children are receiving a quality education while also helping to build their personal desire to continue a academic career beyond high school makes the most sense to me as a mother and longtime student. And I believe that if you make learning into something rewarding that the children or students are going to actually want to get there to do, then I don't see how it could be anything but positive in the child's academic career, because then they're going to have that desire to want to learn customized through their whole education instead of, possibly just math, or in my son's case, recess is his favorite class. So we got to try really hard to keep him on track because he would rather just run around outside with the boys. The next executive summary that I will be going over with you was the individualized educational plan. Previous to this case interview that you sent me, I never even had seen a broken down IEP. I'd heard of them when I was at substituting in public schools districts. But mainly since I was a substitute, I never really got a detailed explanation of why they do what they do, when they do it, and for what reason. I just had the kids were pulled out at certain times, or when it came time for testing, you had to give Wiley this extra 10 minutes, or, he couldn't have the little divider because it made his anxiety go up. But actually seeing an IEP broke down is very beneficial to me as a future educator, because now I can see not only why these things were implemented, but how they actually do them. And that customization for children who need that extra bit of guidance, or, a little more one-on-one time, or being able to do it in one way versus, you know, another way, and finding out their niches and their strengths just seems amazing to me. Um, I wish somebody would have custom tailored my education. The different way that, you know, you guys look at what the child is interested in and play on their strengths and their weaknesses, and then, you know, how to help them cope with the things that they aren't just automatically getting. I think that is amazing. And the different types of instruction that I went over in the executive summaries also um, seem like if they all work together, it would be even a more beneficial system. The data driven instruction, for example, you need that. I'm the type of person that charts, numbers, lists, graphs. Seeing it visually in front of me helps me maintain it in my long term for some reason. Um, so having that data driven instruction would give all teachers a good starting point and where they need to go from that point. And then using the differentiated instructions to reach each student on the level that they need, as well as the personalized learning plan that you guys already do for every one of your students. All of this just seems like an amazing approach to education. And I wish that these platforms were executed in all of our education systems, because I truly believe that it would not only distill a long time learning, our love of learning into our students, but it also would help them to become successful adults one day. And that's really what being an educator is all about. Thank you for your time today.